Hi, this is TapCat. Welcome to part 11 of Let's Play Banished. We have a merchant that arrived at the end of our last installment. I was very excited because I thought we'd finally be able to buy some cattle. And unfortunately, what I've realized is that we are not going to be able to do this. Most of what I thought we were going to be able to trade was our food, and it turns out that has zero trade value. So the fish and the venison are no good to us. And most of what we have in inventory is not any good. We could use clothing, tools, stone, iron, firewood, that kind of stuff. The problem is we just don't have enough of it. So I'm going to have to let this guy leave with his 4,800 value worth of cattle. But we had already set the blacksmith to, work on building tools again, as well as the tailor. And I'm going to now probably leave these up for the foreseeable future. And we'll try to start building a stockpile so that, we can make some trades. Now, we're also working on a mine. I have 2 builders here when we could have as many as 4. So we're going to fix that and start the clock. Really disappointed that we cannot get the stupid cattle, but live and learn. That is part of playing a new game, really. So our big project right now is building the mine. How many laborers do I have? Only a couple. So we don't really have a lot of spare manpower. But as soon as I can, we're going to start working on the standard, tasks we've been doing, which is gathering more raw materials as well as building another house. One thing I was looking before I started recording, we are starting to age here pretty noticeably. This house is occupied by just one older gentleman. This couple is not exactly young. I think we can assume they won't be having any more kids. Probably the same thing is true here. Not going to be any more kids. Ditto. These 2 will probably move out on their own before too long. Not necessarily those 2 as a couple, but no more kids from this house, I don't think. Like, you can see a lot of these homes, now you only have one occupant here. It's a shame these 2 don't get married. But yeah, so our population is graying. I would say we have a lot more older people than we do young people who are still going to be having kids. So that is a little bit scary. How are we doing over here? All right, it's a little slow. One thing that we should do is let's build a road to, let's extend the road is what I'm trying to say. And I would say that I'd like to do the same thing up to the foresters. Okay. So that should help them be a bit more efficient. I've already built a path down here. I guess I'll leave it at that just for the moment. But I may want to build more. We'll see. I haven't quite worked out what we're going to build down here next. I don't think we need to go so far as to build homes over here. This is pretty close to the ones we already have. Yeah, I am a little bit worried about what I'm seeing in the population trend. Because it makes me wonder if building more new homes, we just may not get as much value out of that for the population growth as we were. But I don't know. I guess there's no point worrying about it too much. I can really only do what I can. Like maybe the answer is that I waited too long to start building homes, and because of that, we're not going to quite get the growth curve we should have. Yeah, I mean, if that happens, it happens, you know. I'm not going to spend a lot of time obsessing over it. So let me just see. Is there anything else we can do here? I'm just going to turn the trader off, I think. It just seems like we get so little value out of the stone cutter. I sure wish these things... Look at this, 6 for the season so far. And I think the one that says 35 is because we had more people staffed. But I could be wrong. Maybe you just get off to a slow start and then he does more. I want to keep my eye over here so I know when it's done. But actually, since it's just the builders now, maybe what I should do is go ahead and start marking some stone to be gathered. So that's an easy one for me. Do I want to clear this out? Actually, no. You know what? I noticed there was some iron up here. So why don't we do that? We'll gather the iron. We'll gather the stone. And just kind of keep things moving right along. At least the mine's almost done. It's funny, we're going to have these great structures, the mine and the quarry, and we don't have enough people to run them. I think to get real stone out of here, you need like 10 people or something. It almost seems crazy. This is 97% remaining. Does that have to do with the limit? No, it doesn't. I'll tell you what I'm afraid of is that that means you can literally tap this area out and just use all the stone up. I have a feeling that's exactly what it means. I didn't pause it, did I? No, okay. I didn't see the deer moving for a minute, and I was afraid that I had paused the game without realizing it, which would have been a little off-putting. Okay, so let's do a quick check here. I have quite a lot of food building up. So let's cut back on fishing and let's cut back on hunting. Now, why am I picking those two? Because all the hunter brings in for food is venison. And the fisherman is just fish, generically. Whereas the gatherer brings in berries, mushrooms, you know, onions, roots. So in terms of people getting variety in their food, I believe that the gatherer is better for us than either fishing or hunting. So far, the happiness and health are both doing really well, so it's not like it's a problem. Okay, here we go. We finished it, so I'll go ahead and put one worker in there. I actually think that we're just going to gather it faster right now by coming up here. So that's why I'm not breaking my neck to put a ton of people in there. Likewise, I genuinely believe we're going to gather more stone off the ground. For as long as you can do that, it just seems like you do better that way. It looks like the tailor has an issue here. Doesn't have the materials. So that means that she's out of leather. Are we out of leather as a community? It looks like we are. So unfortunately, that is one side effect of cutting down on the hunting. God. All right. So let's go back to 3 hunters, and I'll go 2 gatherers. I still want to cut back on our food overall. I suppose I could do this. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. These poor people, I'm hiring them, I'm firing them. They're getting dizzy. Or they should be. So, okay. I'm going to go ahead and let them get a little bit farther along. And then I'm thinking that what we'll do is we'll start work on a house. Alright, gather that stuff up, boys. Good work. Okay, so I think we want our next house. I've got it all planned out. I want it right here. So we're going to nestle it in right in this corner along the dirt path. We won't have to remove anything. It's just good to go. I don't need 4 builders. 2 will be sufficient. I was also thinking that what I might do is try to build a tavern at some point. Because we don't really need the happiness so much, but it'll produce alcohol. And alcohol should be a good tradable commodity as well. Now that I realize how the trading system works, I'm a little bit more concerned about that. And trying to build up some stuff that, you know, will help us in that area. Okay. Anything that I should be fixing here? I don't think so. This all looks okay to me. How we doing on moving the stuff over? Not great. But it looks like a ton is coming over. So that is not the worst. I also was looking at other things we can build, and a lot of the stuff I think we can wait, but the well seems like an interesting choice to me because I have no idea when a fire could happen, and if we don't have water to put it out, that seems like it could be really, really bad. So, you know, not necessarily something we have to do right this minute, but it is something I think we should pay attention to. Or, you know, kind of keep in the back of our minds as something to do for the future. Oddly, it looks like they're bringing all the materials from the other stockpile, which is kind of a shame, considering we have this stone right here. Yeah, you can't always count on AI to do things the smart way, but it's so close to being done now that even if I could find a way to override it, there's no point. I mean, we only have 3 stone and 3 iron left to bring. And now it's just 3 iron. So I actually think what I want to do is go ahead and gather the stone over here. We really, like, there's so much crap I want to build, and it all uses stone. So if I could, and also stone is tradable. Like, I don't quite understand why the food isn't, because the other stuff like iron and, you know, firewood and crap like that, like, and stone, like, those are all tradable. You can get a decent price for it. But we need stone so badly for building, it would kind of break my heart to trade it. Okay, so they are working on this now. That's one nice thing about winter. Like, once the farmers don't really have anything to do, we have a lot of people in the general laborer pool, because in addition to the 8 I've got here, these 6 should for the most part be doing that. Okay, where else can I gather from? I did a pretty good job of everything near the farm, but I'll go ahead and tag this crap too. I want a lot. You know, I just realized we're pretty full here. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm just literally going to shut down fishing altogether. And where's Gatherer? I'm going to go down to 2. I really want to use some of this up. I don't want to build another storage barn. Now, one thing I could do, I'll do this. I'm going to say for inventory, give me 20 tools. This is going to be really nothing. That's the only problem. And 20 of the hide coats. Now I think I'm going to need a trader, whoops, to bring it over. So that'll clean out just a little bit of room in here. But honestly, like, the capacity is so big that 40 items is probably not going to make a big difference one way or the other. How's the house coming? Looks like we're almost there. And then hopefully another couple will move in there. And yay! All right, congratulations, Darveen and Gladison. Cool, and they're of an age to have kids, so that was a good thing. I was kind of wondering if I would just end up with some old geezer in here and not really getting any farther, you know, towards population growth, but it looks like that was actually worth doing. Okay, I think we gathered all the stone from over this way. Is anyone... Yeah, they're on their way now. At least one person is. Oh, no. They've already been working. Sweet. Why don't I have more stone? Come on, people. Alright, there's more people coming. Well, there's more to gather still, too. It's just we're getting farther and farther out. That's the only crappy thing. Okay, so it's early spring. I still have full staffing on the farmers. That's fine. I still have 3,500 food, though. I think what we're seeing is that probably a lot of people stocked up in their homes. And then they haven't needed to take it from the storage barn, maybe? I don't know. I don't want to go completely bonkers on cutting my staffing and then all of a sudden have everybody restock their home and, you know, now I gotta just ram it up again. Did we move the stuff over here okay? No. Well, I don't need that fish as much as the 60 coming back over isn't going to do me to get. Oh, you know what? All right. I never zeroed these out, so this is why the tailor didn't have any leather to work with. We'll give her 16 leather back. I keep saying her. Is it a her? I don't even know. I don't really care, to be honest. So we had a builder die of old age. I guess I don't need a builder right now, so I'll just turn that off. How are we doing on gathering? Is it done? It actually looks like it is done. Let's gather more. I'm really serious about this. I want a lot. I guess I have 135. I should stop complaining. So maybe we go ahead and build a tavern. Does that make sense? I think it does. I could build it like right here, or maybe back here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do the road first. So we'll just come straight back here with the road. Okay. And then for the tavern, like that. Okay. There we go. I guess, hell, I don't know. I'll just do this. Okay. Now I am going to need builders, so we'll get some. So that will not only help us theoretically max out our happiness, it should also have the effect of, as I say, we'll produce alcohol. Potentially we can sell that alcohol or trade for it, I suppose I should say. Trade it away in exchange for the next time somebody brings cattle or sheep or chickens or whatever. One of the things we actually care about trading for. I'm glad to see it looks like we got in a full planting on the crops. Did I? Yep. Okay. I mean, these guys really do a decent job of getting on this stuff, I have to say. I imagine this is not getting a whole lot. Yeah. All right. I'll go ahead and speed up. We have a lot of stuff in the queue. And I'd like to get to where we have finished what we're doing over here. And are starting work on building the tavern. And going faster will definitely help. Faster on the speed here. How are we doing on food? Man, it's coming down so slowly. I just don't want to overreact, but holy crap. I have no fishermen, 2 gatherers, and 3 hunters. I just wouldn't think that would support 40 people. I don't know, maybe it would, now that I think about it. I go ahead and back off another notch. What the hell? Actually, I don't want to do that. Anything up here yet? A little bit. Not a lot. Maybe the builders themselves have finally started. So at least they cleared the trees that were there. But obviously, yeah, okay, here we go. So now all this hard-won stone that I've been gathering is withering away. Fair enough. How are we doing in the storage barn? We're down to 67%. All right. So everything has been brought over. Let's go ahead and slow back down, because now what that means is I have a lot of laborers. Let me just think for a second. How do I want to use them? So I have a ton of stone, but you know what I don't have is iron. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and staff this mine big time. Okay. So I'm going to put 8 people to work. Now that's a little over, or yeah, just over half of its capacity. So it's not like, you know, we went balls to the wall or anything, but it's certainly a lot more than 1. And I guess I'll leave this one alone. We have 200 stone now. I mean, you know, that's a lot. So, good deal. We're in the building phase here. Probably won't take too long to finish it. And it does look like we'll finish in this installment, which is nice. And then I have absolutely no idea how much staffing a tavern is going to require. We're still at 4.5 stars, which is pretty damn good. And we're at full health for everybody, so that's nice. Okay, looks like we just need 1, so that's pretty cool. I'll go ahead and... oh, you're kidding me. What does it need? Apples? Crap. Well, that is fantastic. So what that means, apparently, is that I need another orchard. And I'm going to need apple seeds for that orchard. And you know what I don't have? Apple seeds. Oh, so that was just a complete waste of time and materials for right now. Very disappointing, not going to lie. That's time we could have put into something else. Okay, well, here's what I want to do. I want to build a bridge to get over here and start working the iron. But I just realized we're going to have to do that in our next installment, because that's all for now. So thank you for watching. I hope we see you next time.